Hello guys, welcome to my channel Tech and Tips. So from today I'll start Oracle SQL tutorial videos. See, here we'll learn some basic Oracle SQL things and how to do query and what are the different clause we can use in Oracle SQL with some proper example like real-time basis. So yeah, we can find a n number of videos regarding this in YouTube channel, but still I want to share my knowledge with you. Like today, I'll share how to use select clause as well as order by clause for sorting the data based on any column. So first we'll start with the select clause. Okay. So in Oracle, tables are like consists of columns and rows. For example, like if we have a customer table in like we can see here it's a sample database. We can let me show you. It's a sample database. So in this sample database we have a table called customers. In that customers tables we have some different columns. So it like customer ID, name, address, website, and credit limit for that customer. So what happen if someone asks you I want only name from that customers table? Definitely you have to write a select query for that, and you need to retrieve only the name from the customers table. And once you are using a select query and you are retrieving more than one column from a table, then in that select query that column name must be separated by comma. That's a hard and fast rule. You have to follow the syntax. Okay. So we can see the basic syntax for that, how to do. You can see here, like if we want only single column, then select column 1 from table name. And if we want more than one column, see column 1 separated by comma, column 2 separated by comma, and so on from table name. Okay, so now we can go for a real-time example. As I told you, we have a customer table in my sample database. So I want only name. So I told you in my sample database customers table we have customer ID, customer name, address, website, and credit limit. But I want only the name. So what I need to do? Select column name. What is the column name? Name from customers. Select column 1. Instead of column 1, I need to put the real column name, that is name from customers. Now if I execute this query, you can see these are the name, these are the company's name. Okay, so these companies are my customer here. Now instead of name, I want customer ID, then customer name, and what is the credit limit for each and every customer. So in that case, what to do? So it must be a comma separated. So first I want a customer ID. So instead of name, now I'll put customer ID, comma name, then credit limit. So credit limit is another column name from this customer table. Let's execute. See, first we get the customer ID, then name, then their credit limit. You can see. I want all the column from that customer table. Okay. So for sake of that, we can do in two different way. One is we can mention all the column name in the select query, which is the best practice we need to do. So all the columns we can say customer ID, name, then what I told it was address, then we have website, and then we have credit limit. Yeah, now it looks better. Yeah, so let's execute this. Okay, I forgot to name. See, we can see customer ID, then name, then we can see address, and after address we should see website for that customers, and then at the end it's credit limit. So these are the thing we can see, and these are the columns we have only in customers table. So you can retrieve all the column name by this way. Else, instead of mentioning all the column name, you can mention a asterisk sign here. So once you can use the shorthand this asterisk sign, then it will instruct Oracle to return the data from all columns of a table. And again, I'll execute this query separately, and still we are getting the same result, and we should get the same result. So guys, this is pretty much about a simple select query. So the next topic was how to select the data in a sorted order. So how to do that? So if someone is asking like I want some data in a sorted order, to achieve that in Oracle SQL, we need to use a order by clause. Order by clause is there to return a data in a sorted order manner. Okay. So in Oracle, a table stores its rows in an unspecified order, regardless of the order which rows were inserted into the database. Means like what happen if I'm inserting to a, like you can see here in this result set, first customer ID is 177, then name is United Continental Holdings, and second customer ID is 180 and it's International Factstone. Okay. Now it may happen at the time of inserting the data, I'm inserting this line first and this line second. That doesn't mean it will store the data in same manner. So to query rows in either in ascending order or descending order, once we are sorting something, it must have to be a ascending or descending order. So for that, you need to explicitly instruct Oracle database that you want to do retrieve the data in ascending or descending order. So how to tell that to Oracle database? By using a order by clause. So like for this customers table as an example, we can see if we want to list all the customers by their names alphabetically. So again, what I'll do, select name, address, credit limit from customers. Now I want name. I want the name in ascending order. So for that, what to do? We need to mention a order by clause, and that must be after using the from clause. Okay, order by which column we need in ascending order? Name. So we need to specifically mention this column name. Okay, now I want the data to be displayed in ascending order or descending order. That also I need to mention. So I want in ascending order. So I will mention ASC. So now this select query, what it will do? What it will do is it will retrieve name, address and credit limit from customers table, and it will order the name column in ascending order. Let's see. See, it's in ascending order. First 3M, then ADP, then it's an ascending order. Now, one more thing is I'll check after removing this ASC. I'll see. if any changes will be there in the result set or not. See, still it's the same result. That means once you'll use a order by followed by a column name, but you're not mentioning any order, whether it's ascending order or descending order, then by default it will choose ascending order. But if you want to return the data in descending order, then explicitly you have to mention DSC after the column name. Okay, now let's see. Now we'll get the name in descending order. See. So now how to do sorting rows by multiple columns. So like for that we can see one more thing, one more example. Instead of customer, we have a contact table. Okay. First see what is there in contacts table. So in contacts table we can see we have contact ID, first name, last name, email, phone and customer ID. Okay, fine. Now I want only first name and last name. Okay, so instead of star, first name, last name. Okay, so still I'll get the same result, that's fine. But the thing is, I want to use a order by clause here. Order by what? First name. So let's execute this first. So it's ordered by with first name. Now we want it ordered by with first name, then followed by last name. It is in last name in descending order. So see for Daniel there is two records with the same first name Daniel. We can see glass record first because it's a descending order. G comes later after C in alphabets. So you got, so if you could see this two record, you'll come to know how it will affect. Okay, let's change this to ASC. Then you'll again come to know the difference. So if you are using DSC, then you can see for Daniel, first glass is coming and then Costner is coming. Now we are not using any DSC. So by default, it will be an ascending order. So once I'll execute this result, and again I'll search for the Daniel, then we can see Daniel Costner first and then Daniel Glass. See, Daniel Costner first, then Daniel Glass. Now we can sort the rows by columns positions also. So like here in select query, I have used first name and then last name. Okay. Now if I use instead of first name here, I can use the position. Like if I want to order by with the first name, then instead of using order by first name, I can use order by one. So one is the first position means first column is first name. So here we'll get the result sorted. So I didn't mention anything means it will be ascending order. So I will get the result from the customer table which will be sorted for first name in ascending order. So previously I mentioned first name comma last name and last name was in descending order. So if we want to do the same with the position then what to do? Then 1 comma 2 DSC. So here ones will be considered as first name, two will be considered as last name, and I have mentioned descending order for two means last name will be in descending order. So once I'll execute this one, so again Daniel Glass will be the first record and Daniel Costner will be the second record. Let's see. See. So this is how we can do, we can use a order by clause by using columns position also. Now we have one more table that is locations. Let's check what is there in that table. So we have one column called location ID, then address, then postal code, and then city. We have state and country ID. And we could see some of the value in state is null. There is no value in state for few records. So guys, now if we want country ID, city and state, these three column from this locations table, and apart from that I want this result set should be sorted by state. So let's see how to do that. Comma, city, comma, state from locations and order by state. So I'm not mentioning anything like ascending or descending. So by default, it will be sorted as a ascending order based on state value. So let's see what the result set will get. So what we get is country ID, city and state. And we can see we have some records for which there are some null values in state column. So those are there at the bottom side. So what we can understood from here is if any column is having some null value and if we are doing order by on that same column, then by default it will keep the record which is having null value at the bottom. So now if someone is saying I want these records to be seen at the first and then not null values. So for that, how to achieve that? So for that, we need to specifically mention here nulls first. If we execute this, now we could see we'll get the null value first, then it will sort the non-null values. So guys, if we want this to be sorted by state value and it should be sorted in descending order. So I will put DSC here. Now I didn't mention anything like null should be first or last, anything I didn't mention. So here we could see if we are using a descending order, then by default it will treat the null value as the highest value. That is why we are getting the null value record first. So in this scenario, if you want this null value, like if you want to sort this record in descending order, but still you don't want to see the null value first, so in that case you need to specifically mention nulls last. So here it will sort the data based on state value first in descending order and then it will put the null values on the bottom level. So guys, in this tutorial you have learned how to use the select query and how to use order by clause in Oracle to sort rows by one or more columns in ascending or descending order, and apart from that how to handle null value at the time of using a order by clause. So that's all for today, guys. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that once I'll upload this kind of video, you can get notified.